Welcome back, everyone. All good from our live Bridgepoint camera, especially the roads, but by this time tomorrow, especially by tomorrow morning, things are going to get pretty dicey, and not just here in the immediate Quad Cities, but most of our hometowns as well. Weather system is still off to our south and west, but as it inches its way closer, it's going to allow those clouds to thicken and lower and bring some of that snow in, especially for the first half of the day. I think that's where most of the snowfall is going to be taking place before it begins to taper off. So let's break this down, time it out for you with our future track. And as we get to about 6 a.m., you can see where the main snow band will begin to fall. South of that, scattered with not just some snowflakes, but given the temperatures, we may be mixing in some sleet as well. But that will be a brief event, because as we go through the course of our Thursday morning, you can see how that snow really begins to expand from south to north across the area, continuing by about 2 p.m., but then after that, slowly tapers off to the east, and eventually seeing some clearing as we head into tomorrow night. Now, how much snowfall we could potentially see? Well, remember early in the newscast, we kind of had a couple of wide range events here going across the area. I'm breaking it down even more here. The main snow band still expected, as we talked about yesterday, north and west of the Quad Cities, at least 5 to 7 inches. That's including Iowa City, Maquoketa, likely around Galena, Stockton as well. As you get around the immediate Quad Cities, 3 to 5 inches, kind of leaning toward the 4 or 5. In the immediate Quad Cities. And then that 3-inch line, I would say, would be right near Burlington, near Galesburg, Kewaunee, Galva, and making its way toward Princeton. The 3-inch line, and then it drops after that. Looking pretty good that we're seeing here as far as snowfall amounts that will begin tomorrow morning and end later on in the day. But here's the big concern. The air is going to be really cold enough aloft that this is going to be a dry, fluffy snow. So that's why I'm putting up the wind gust tracker here, because we could expect to see those winds gusting over 30 miles an hour. Winds coming out of the north, so traveling east or westbound, especially in rural areas, that's where things are going to get a little dicey with the blowing and drifting that's going to be taking place. And that will continue on heading into Thursday morning, or Thursday evening, I should say. Temperatures with everything going on, only going to be climbing right around 32 degrees. Hopefully we can kind of melt some of that snow on the main roadways, and we should be fine. I know we got a lot of girls basketball tournaments going on tomorrow night. So we'll see if those games are going to be going on or may be canceled. We'll see how that all turns out. But this is going to bring down some pretty cold air, because after seeing highs in the 30s, lower 30s tomorrow, temperatures heading that night into Friday morning will drop on average around 10. There's still going to be a good breeze that by Friday morning, wind chills likely will be averaging around 0, maybe below 0. The farther north and west as you go, that's where most of that snow is going to be taking place. Fortunately, we bounce back in numbers nicely going to the weekend. We'll show you how warm those numbers will be right after this.
Did your family make the right choice for movie night? You did, if you chose the Electric Doctor and a Generac home standby generator. By installing a Generac generator, you have power when you need it most, protecting your home and your family, saving movie night.
We told you to call the Electric Doctor.
Right now, get $500 off installation.
Call the Electric Doctor, your generator specialist. Electric Doctor, the doctor that still makes house calls.
Currently we're at 37 degrees at the airport on Moline after seeing temperatures in the mid to upper 40s earlier on. It's going to continue to fall around 29 degrees. That snow will be developing late. It could have a little mix for hometowns south and east, but that should be brief. And then taking a look at that 8-day outlook, cold Friday, but we rebound nicely going the weekend before another system will help cool up those numbers later on in the week. Of course, you can keep an eye on the weather situation, especially when it comes to that snow with our Storm Track and News 8 app, but also you can listen for your accurate Storm Track 8 forecast with our partners at iHeartMedia and the over half a dozen stations there at iHeartMedia. Of course, we'll be live with WOC and WLLR come tomorrow morning as well around 7:30.
Awesome. Thank you so much, James.